It is. We all do, right? We all have blind spots. And as we continue to grow, there's always a blind spot. And that's the cool thing with what coaching can do. One, it can help us, keep the train on the tracks, because it can get a little wobbly, especially as much growth as you guys have had. And so it's good to have somebody that can keep us accountable, keep the train on the tracks, but also, give us tools and resources to work through situations and things to think about, connections to make. And then, it's the whole, what we reveal, we can heal, and coaches are good for us to be able to help us, see what we can't see.
It's memorialize everything you do on social. Share your success stories, share your challenges, share the market condition, tell people what you're seeing in the market, and then share your client experiences and testimonial. That is so, so powerful, because it's not you saying it, it's them saying it. But let people know, hey, we just got an offer accepted for one of our buyers. We competed with 22 offers. Here's how we did it. That shit's going to resonate, because if the other person listening on the other end has just missed out on the last 3 offers, they're going to start to say, man, Alex does some things really different. And if we're serious about buying a home, we probably need to go hire a professional. Let's give him a call. Let's send him a direct message. Let's inquire. Let's go to his website. So memorializing things on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, sharing these success strategies is really that's what everybody needs to be doing. If you're not leveraging video, you're not leveraging social, I got bad news for you here in the next couple of years with all the other outside threats coming into real estate. You are a brand, people are going to do business with you. And if you're not out there, you're going to get passed by. That's just the truth.
Agreements versus expectations. If you live your life on expectations, you will be let down 100%, not 99, 100% of the time. The reason is that people want to do good, but everybody's definition of success is different. My definition of success in any equity of my life, in my fitness, is different than yours. My definition of success in business is different than yours. My definition in my finance is different than your definition of success in finance. Now, if we come to an agreement on what is success, then now we're on the same page. Understand, nail the agreement of success for everything. If not, it's just an expectation, and just know 100-0 on you that you're going to be let down 100% of the time. So don't set yourself up for disappointment. Nail that agreement.
And those 3 people did exactly what I just said. They vomited all over me about rev share and stock and all of this stuff. And I didn't understand it. It didn't click and it didn't make sense until I got to my conversations with Nick Good, who ultimately is the reason that I ended up joining. And his conversations were like, what you got going on in your business? What don't you like about owning this boutique brokerage? What are your problems? Where are you trying to go with the business? And so he actually took the time to get me instead of spending all of his time trying to get me. And people don't understand that when you come at people, which this was another clever Jay thing that he said at the Build conference, which is people are never looking to change brokerages. They're just simply looking to solve problems. And so if you can identify what those problems are, you show them that the solutions can come by way of EXP, then they obviously just follow.
17, I would say, is mindset. So this is a tough business and it's a lonely business because you come into every brokerage as a competitor, right? People aren't wrapping their arms around you going, oh, awesome, you're here to be my competitor. Let me teach you my ways. It's really a lonely business. And I would say that if you're a brand new agent, you need some sort of coaching fast. I've discovered coaching 7 years into my career. I didn't realize people had coaches. I was the equivalent of the 5 agents around me at the firm we were at in Michigan. Yep. And I got up to 30, 40 transactions. When I understood what coaching was, I got up to 130 transactions. So get yourself a coach, and it'll teach you that the mindset and the skill to, just really surround yourself with the right people, and then protect what's between your ears.
Yeah.
And one of our core values is being awesome to work with. Like, we will always be amazing to work with. We're never, ever going to have a dispute. We are not confrontational, no matter how hard they are on the other end.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, you know what? We may not love working with them. Even so, we want them to love working with us. Yeah. We may hate that guy. We still want him to love us. Because there may be a time down the road when he has a listing that our buyer wants, and we always want to be the one to win, which we always win because that's our motto.
Once we create an awareness, then now we have a choice, and we can choose to do something about it, or we can choose not to. The choice is yours. And so I love that. If you create, that works with anything in our life, right? Once we have an awareness, now we have a choice, and what do we want to do about it? And so I love that exercise. So all of you guys listening in, step one, ask the question and create the awareness to be able to then uncover what choices we have to move forward.
And then sometimes I find with inviting, a lot of times it's more important the invite than the actual event, right? The fact that you've thought about them to personally invite them to something.
They feel, right? You hit them all up in their feels, big time.
Right. So I'm always thinking about other people. I'm always thinking about, hey, who would enjoy this, not who would join EXP. You know what I mean? Like, who would enjoy this event? Like, who would have fun here? Who would like this content? Who's working on this in their business, right? And then I'd invite them just to invite them, not, hey, come here and check this out, because if you do, then you're in. Yeah.
It'd be fun, man. Who would I love to hang out with while we're learning and improving this skill set?
That's it. Right? Yeah.
Consumers consume content and information about you. 70% of those consumers have consumed you, and they know you, and they know what you're about before they ever have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And he said 10 years ago, it was maybe 35 to 40%. We know that everything online is king, right? Just everything these days. So I was on my run this morning, and I was thinking about a couple different brokerages and companies, and their resistance to it, and they're all on the other big media spots, right? They thrive on radio. They have a lot of really great billboards. They're doing some direct mail stuff, but they're not as heavy online as they should be. And I feel that is just a matter of time to where they lose that mind share, right? So if you want more market share, you have to have mind share first. And you may have mind share now, but if you're not moving to where the consumer is, right through there, that if you're not there where the eyeballs are, it's just a matter of time, you're going to become irrelevant.
So you've got to change your cover story as to why you can't have it all, because you can, right? You can have everything you want. You just can't expect it to happen overnight. And especially if you don't do your part, if you can't attract anybody, don't expect, if you don't plant it, it's not going to turn into a big oak, right? And if you've been in for a while, you've been in for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3, who cares? Start now. Give yourself a mulligan, and give yourself some grace to be able to say, you know what? I'm ready to start. I'm ready to do that today. If you want to keep beating yourself up, I hear so many people talk about, well, I just never decided to build. I never did it. Like, I missed out. Like, okay, that you missed out for then. Every day we get a decision. Are we voting for our future self? Are we doing those things? Or are we going to just keep beating ourselves up for past failures? Like, right? Is we start today.